you're respectful.
I disagree with both of you guys.
Okay.
I'm just throwing that out there. I think nice and respectful gets you super far.
Well, then you have to be a little cutthroat.
I don't agree. No, I ain't cutting nothing out. Y'all hearing all of this. No. Love the mindset.
What is your motivation? What motivates you to do these things?
Hey everybody, welcome back to Mud Talks, completely new location here in downtown Toledo. Decided to do something outdoors and check out a little bit more of the city. Today, we're joined by Monique.
What's up?
What's going on?
What's up, Monique?
How
You
are
already
you
know me,
guys?
Francisco. We doing it big out here in downtown Toledo with our homegirl Monique, and you already know my boy Vadi, and we're going to do something special today.
I'm so happy to be here.
I appreciate you coming. So the story of me and Monique started out randomly on opening day for the Mud Hens, and a lot of drinking, partying going on, and we're attending the game, and struck up a conversation that led to us.
This guy.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes,
I appreciate
didn't
that.
know him from a can of paint, and I was like, and everything was just funny. And I'm
Now,
like,
did you know he was friends of mine?
no, like.
How did that come
Oh,
about?
there was no.
I did not even figure that out until like 2
What?
weeks ago.
What?
Like.
I need you to move that mic just a little bit closer,
get
because
closer to the mic. Don't be scared.
like
Don't
you
be scared of the mic.
singing,
Yes,
like you
yes,
singing.
Don't be
yes.
scared of the mic.
I did not know that he was your friend. I didn't even know he was a realtor until he like told me.
She didn't even know I was a person,
I thought he
bro.
was a comedian.
Yeah.
Like, for real. I was like, when are you?
I was
your
in my
show?
silly mode.
I want to
man.
go to Funny Bone. So opening day, who won?
I don't know.
Who won? Does anybody
So-
know? I don't think people pay attention to that
I
shit,
was
right?
literally there for the party part of it.
Yeah.
It's
No.
an event.
I walked in when the gates opened, walked right back out because I was hungry. I wanted to grab food. Went to Firefly, which is
Yeah.
where we ended up
Yeah.
striking the conversation.
And he was eating like a flatbread,
Flatbread.
or something, and he was like, "This is really good." And I'm
Flatbread
like,
delicious.
"Give me a
always
piece,"
healthy.
'cause
Always
I'm
healthy.
like not shy.
Wait a minute. Who said give me a piece?
I did.
Yo.
Who said give me a piece?
I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean,
This is why I like her. You
even
And I was
see
like,
that?
yes, try this.
Even-
It's
even with
delicious.
COVID,
Yo.
I was just like,
Wait a minute. That was opening day today, this year.
yeah. So
We have won already by that point. Then we
Mhm.
beat COVID by then, didn't we? Or no?
Ish.
Ish.
We were coming out of all that.
Everything's so ish nowadays.
Yeah.
Nothing's
Everything's
really
ish.
no.
certain. This is the type of world we live in,
This
though.
shows that we're not true baseball fans, so
Yeah.
we never pretend.
No, but we're true Toledo fans. Like, I came out to support the city,
yeah.
hang out, have a
Yeah.
good time. It was nice.
Now I remember we had a
Um,
long winter. Was it still cold then, or what?
No, it was beautiful that day.
Nice.
It was
yeah.
beautiful that day.
I don't know why I feel
Oh.
like the summer just went by too
They
quick.
went fast
It always
as
does.
hell. They went fast as hell.
The
So
older
we
get, or what?
chilly.
No, just in general, just every
Yes.
yeah.
School starting
hate it.
earlier and ending earlier.
Yeah.
So,
So Monique, tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do? What's going on with your life right now?
I'm a marketing specialist.
And what does that even mean for those of us who don't know what marketing specialists are?
I promote
You promote.
businesses, people.
Okay.
I also had my own radio show that I'm not going to plug right now because
Oh.
it's coming back later.
Oh,
Okay.
So
okay,
later on,
okay,
we're not
okay.
gonna talk about
Okay,
it.
we're not talking.
Yeah.
That's how we do it. That's how
Yep,
we do
yep.
it.
So I also do fashion shows and
A modeling agency.
yes, I have a modeling agency.
Tell us about that. I've always been intrigued about the modeling agency. What
Okay.
is that? What does that entail? How does that work?
Okay, well, first, my company's called Quality Management International Talent Agency, and we shorten it and call it QMIT for short.
Okay.
So that's our little affectionate name for our business. And I have like 50 models across the country that I work
Across
with.
the country.
Across the country. So like maybe like 20 or 30 in town and in Detroit and stuff. And then maybe like 5 or 6 in New York and 5 or 6 down south.
Wow, impressive.
I mean, it's because I really want to work with models of color because I feel like we are underrepresented. And
I feel like we are.
yeah, very,
like we are.
very underrepresented in the modeling world. That is a very exclusive world. It's a very exclusive world. So in order to make it inclusive, we gotta make our own way, make our own shows, make our own runway.
Love it.
And even in meeting him at Firefly, because he was so hilarious, I asked him to be the host of my last show in Michigan, and he was so good. It was so nice.
You did it?
Mhm.
How'd it go? Tell us about that.
It went
'cause I
good.
didn't-
That was my first time, so I've never done anything like that. They were like, "You want to host a show?" I was like,
was there a lot of people
yeah.
in attendance?
"There was a lot of people,
Nice.
strangers." Not only that,
Man,
I don't
diverse.
know. Yeah, I don't know how any of that works. Like, I've never been a part of that at
Right.
all. So it was like a new adventure, and I got to meet a lot of the talent there. It was a
And
good
he
time.
wasn't scared at all. Like literally, when I said you need to do this, he was
He
like,
jumped
so
right in.
yeah, he was
All right.
like, when are we meeting? When are, I'm like, dang, this dude really on it.
Yep.
And then I didn't even
Sounds like
Took
him.
I didn't even give him enough preparation, so he came like, I don't really
Put
know what
me
I'm
in,
doing.
coach.
I was just
Yeah.
winging it the whole time.
Yeah.
Everybody kept coming to me like I had answers, and I was like, yeah, no, okay. I didn't know what I was talking about, but they believed me, all of them,
He was
yeah.
amazing, and it was him and our host Rihanna Yvette, and I actually had a young lady that was supposed to fly in from Texas, and she got in a little car crash, but she's okay.
Okay.
No, like a fender bender, but it was kind of like
Okay.
and then she didn't get to make it. So I just want to say, Chris, we love you, and I'm
Oh,
sorry.
we love you. We hope you're doing better.
Yeah, like,
100%.
she's fine.
You're
she's
doing
fine.
all right.
Good.
Beautiful, fine, but I think she was disappointed she couldn't make it. But then we also had like Bianca Golden from America's Next Top Model.
Oh, not
She
familiar,
came
but
out,
okay,
yeah.
that sounds cool.
So she was on like
Shout out to her. She did a
Yeah.
phenomenal
Oh,
job, by the
yeah.
way.
yeah, like
Phenomenal
she
job,
was
yeah.
co-host. We were co-hosting
You were-
with her. Like,
Yeah.
So she was the main host, and yeah, she was like, you know how like you'll pay a celebrity host and they don't do their job for real. They kind of just sit there.
No, she went
was
above and
literally
beyond.
above and beyond, like
Yeah.
talking to
Nice.
audience
Easily,
members.
yeah.
Got people to sing gospel songs when we were taking breaks.
Yeah.
And
Dope.
it was amazing.
dope.
Yeah.
What got you into this modeling thing? Like what? At what age did you decide? Like, you know what? Yeah, we're underrepresented. But why you?
So funny. Okay, so my mother, who has 5 daughters, when she was 17, 18, 19, she wanted to model, and then she got pregnant with me. And she told me the story maybe once or twice, not even a lot of times, to where I thought it would have an impact on me. And then later on, I started watching America's Next Top Model, and I seen Tyra, and I'm like, dang, Tyra's providing this dope opportunity for these young ladies and gentlemen to model, and like she basically giving back, because you already know she
Right.
is a supermodel.
Right,
So
of course.
when
That's
I
her
saw
way,
that, and I thought of my mom, and I'd seen like these young ladies out here, like they'll be like in high school and don't know what they want to do. I'm like, you know what? Fashion and modeling, and being from New York, knowing that that's actually a career and you can make money off of it, I was like, I'm gonna just start my own agency. And before it
That's
wasn't
dope.
an agency, it was like a club of girls that just wanna,
people hanging out.
Yeah. So I used to call that business, that club, TKO Modeling Crew.
I
And we
remember
used to go out and do events and be in bars and do stuff like that. And then I was like, all right, now I'm going to make a business. So then I had started my company, Positive Promotions. So we did some events under that name. And then with a partner that I had, that we're no longer partners, but it's okay. We started Quality Management International Talent Agency, and now he's like a big super person in the industry.
Oh, wow.
But we agreed that we are going in 2 different directions. And so now I am the sole owner.
Without giving us names and deep into that part, this partner, now is this partner, do you consider that move, that business move, well, you go that way, I go this way, do you look back and say, man, we could have collaborated? We
collaborated for years, and I'm going to credit him with telling me, like, y'all are doing this cool stuff with these models here and there, but are you making money?
Oh.
You know what I mean? And so
So
that's
changed it into a
yes,
business.
yes,
Changed it into a
yes.
business.
So I definitely credit him for that. And but I felt like he was doing a lot of stuff in the upper echelon of the industry, and I'm still trying to be down here with the ones that are trying to make it. So, maybe one day we'll reunite. Who knows?
And those type of things happens. You
Yeah.
hear it in Hollywood. You hear it at,
Yeah.
in the professional setting where people are like, hey, I remember you from 20 years ago.
Yeah.
We met, and then here we are
And
at the top.
I'm a girl. He's a guy. You know how men are for Mars and women are for Venus kind of thing. I saw things and I want to do it this way, and he wanted to do it that way.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So
It's important that you follow your own direction, regardless of that's crucial in the process to do what you want to do, right?
yeah, and I work with a lot of young people, and they are impressionable, and they need a lot of work and a lot of time. And sometimes that's more than money can buy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes like I have to like volunteer more than I'm getting paid, and so I'm like, do I need a nonprofit or do I need a, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe there'll be a nonprofit sector of my company at some point, because I know that a lot of the people that worked with me as models, they're older now and they're big career people, making probably more money than me, doing cool stuff, but it's okay, because I know that my impact was whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I feel like if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be who I am.
Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So
What's
it's real deep.
what's your age bracket of the people you have in your
Normally,
agency?
I really want 18 and up. Even up as high as 45, 50. You know,
Oh,
Okay.
I
because
can still make it.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
still in there.
yeah. Because it's not about like the traditional. You know, we're
Right.
non-traditional, and I've been getting a lot of people like I've had a couple 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds. Everybody's like, oh, do you do kids? Do you do kids? And I'm like, I'm not ready to do kids. I have 4 kids of
Yeah,
my
that's a
own.
different.
I don't want to do no
Yeah.
It
kids.
just seems a little
But
Stressful.
but if I
Stressful, I'll
can
say.
get the help and the people that are qualified to work with kids to work with
of
me,
Yeah.
course.
then I'll do it. So let's
Okay.
not take that out of the picture.
Because I'm sure
Okay.
there's some child labor laws that apply to that.
I don't know
Right?
any. I don't know anything about that. I'm not hip at all.
It's so funny. They say it's not the children, it's the parents. So
Yeah.
I don't want to deal
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah. I'm not. I'm not hip to any of that.
We're,
So I'm
we're,
like,
we're not talking about anybody.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I think that there's a lot of growth to be done even where I'm at. You know, I'm not a millionaire yet, so
Yeah.
but I don't have to be because as long as I'm living comfortably and I'm helping people,
That's it.
Love the
I'm cool with
mindset.
that.
I'm
What
the
is
same.
your motivation? What motivates you to do these things?
My babies.
Okay. Okay.
They don't really understand what mommy's doing most of the time, but they support what mommy's doing.
Right,
So
right.
I have a 17-year-old daughter, a 15-year-old son, a 13-year-old daughter, and a little baby.
You got a little baby.
Then a baby. Well, she's 2 now, but
Okay.
you know they're my
Nice.
motivation. Like
Yeah.
everything I do, you know they're like, Mom, when are you gonna make your first million? Like they always say that because I'm like, so what? I could buy you guys, yeah, whatever the hell you want,
Yep.
you know. But if I don't reach that stage for them, I know that they're going to be very successful because I've
Yeah.
invested a lot of time and love into them. And my daughter's working in the medical field already, so
Nice.
she's 17.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
yeah.
You know, it's interesting to me because when I think about what you're doing and how you're empowering these young peoples, you know, I often wonder, how do you deal with naysayers or haters?
Oh Lord.
Because I'm sure you get a lot of those. They're
Oh,
like, why don't
Lord.
you want them to get a real job or
You
go
know-
to college
You know,
or da da
you know
da?
the biggest.
You know?
The biggest hater thing that I face, and sometimes it's for me self-inflicted because I'd be like, oh, I didn't go to college, and then they're like, oh, wow, you're doing all this and didn't go to college. Like we didn't even know until you told us. So now I need to.
Oh.
What?
Whoa, who talks like that?
What? Yeah.
First of all, oh, you didn't go to college. You're not part of the crew no more.
Nope. Done.
So that, and then like people who like I do put on or give like a platform to, then they get like popping and they act like they don't know me. So that hurts a lot.
That's rough. Yeah, that's
Oh,
rough.
It's like dang, if I'm not getting like the
Yeah.
money, you could at least like shout me out or give
Something.
me credit.
Yeah.
Because you know that shout out leads to me getting another customer or another
Yeah.
client. So shout out to all the models and people that work with me that actually announce that I'm their mentor or that I'm their manager or whatever. Shout out to those people.
For sure. For sure.
Because you're the reason why I'm still in business and still existing, and everybody else, I don't know.
I don't know about you. I don't know about y'all. So,
Oh.
I imagine, have you had any success with any of your models to where they have reached a level to where you're like, yes, this is what it's about?
Yeah.
You know what's so funny? We're all like, you know, regular people still,
Mhm.
but we've had like national campaigns. Like one of my models, her name's Akila. She just did an ad with the lip bar, and it's like in Target and Walmart and
Ooh.
Nice.
it's
Nice.
really nice. They sold out in like 2 weeks. This brand of lipstick they call Rich Auntie that
Rich
she's in
Auntie,
it.
I
Yeah,
like it. I
yeah,
like
it's
it.
like really cool. And then you know there was a model I used to manage that he said if it wasn't for me that he wouldn't have known to even model because I
Yeah.
just came up to him and was like, hey, you should model, and he was
Yeah.
like, you know, no, I do that to everybody, but
You do
yeah,
do that to
and he's now in
Not for the
national-
modeling, for anything. Like, oh, you should be a
Anything.
comedian.
I-
You should
I
be a
see
model.
potential
You
in
should be. I was
people.
like,
Yeah,
Categorize,
Yeah,
like,
categorizes
she's
people.
like, yeah,
I see
it's a
your
We'll put you
natural
in this
talent.
box.
I
Yeah.
see
This
you.
is where
No,
you
I
belong.
see your potential. I see your
Yeah.
potential. Maybe something you.
No,
don't
she
see
has
in
a good
yourself.
heart, though. She means
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
You should be a comedian.
Yeah, she's
No.
accurate is the thing. No, 100%
Listen,
working on
so-
that.
Yeah. So no, one of my models that I used to manage when he was just starting out, he's now in like 5 national commercials.
Okay.
He was in a Toyota commercial, MGM commercial, Big B's coffee commercial,
Okay.
and then a couple of the models I used to manage, I got them on shows.
Now, are
like
these people under contract with you?
They were under contract, like the ones that I said that made it a little higher.
Uh-huh.
I don't keep them forever, like, because I still have to do my life, and
Yeah.
sometimes they grow. You
So
know what
the,
I mean?
the contract expires and then they move up and then
I mean, some of them still come through. Like, I might need them to teach the new models coming
that's
in.
pretty
You know
dope.
what I mean?
That's pretty dope.
And then some of them are still under contract and they're still working towards whatever their goals are. Because one thing I realized after years and years, and if you don't have a supermodel yet and you're running an agency, then you go, okay, so what's my purpose?
Yeah.
My purpose, I feel like, is to get people started in the business.
Okay.
Because if I don't start them, they could get swept away and manipulated or bamboozled or drained of their income, because it's a money grab for a lot of people in the industry.
Right.
You know.
And I feel like you're also play a huge role in their lives. Like you're for real their mentor.
I have been
legit.
I've been called momager.
Ah.
You know what I mean? So
I like it.
I have like model babies and I love them, you know, but they're all talented, very respected people in society. So I really am grateful that I got to meet them, that they have, like, I remember when I was starting and I was doing like the club version of my company, and there was 3 young ladies that I'm still friends with. They ended up being bridesmaids in my wedding. Amber, cool. Brenda, and Natasha. The 3 of them were like, we were just hanging around and doing events and meeting celebrities and doing all this stuff. And now, you know, Natasha has like a very successful daycare. You know, Amber's running like a nonprofit where she teaches kids how to act.
Nice.
And Brenda just finished her
Toledo?
degree. Yes.
Very
and
nice.
so like amazing young people, amazing peers of mine, friends of mine, and who would have known if I would have never said, hey guys, we should do a modeling thing together.
That's
where
awesome.
we would be today, you know?
Yeah, it led down positive paths for everyone, you know.
I wanted to ask her one more thing, then you can go ahead and ask another thing.
Yeah,
no, go ahead. No, I'm letting him go,
No,
man.
but
My man's like, hold on.
He's
Like, do
interested.
your thing. 100%.
But look,
Yeah.
Now your background, your cultural background, you're from the islands, right? Your
my
parents,
parents, yes.
You were born in the States.
I was
though,
born
right?
in Brooklyn.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So my mom is Guyanese, so that's South American.
British Guyana?
British Guyana.
Okay.
Yep. And if
He
she
knows.
if she was born in French Guyana, then I'd probably be speaking French, even though my name is
French.
But
Of course, Monique.
and my dad is Nigerian, so I have not been to either country. So I'm kind of
Why not?
I just
Girl,
haven't had
you're
the chance.
missing out.
I am missing
Yeah.
out.
Man,
I am missing out.
You gotta go to
So-
the motherland.
She's busy here, man. It sounds like a lot going on.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to, like, COVID just kind of messed up stuff a little bit, but we're gonna make it.
So you
We're
have
gonna
a
make it.
different outlook on things.
I feel like a foreigner born in America, because
Wow.
you know what I mean. I that's why I relate to you guys, because you know,
Because when I met her a long time
a
ago,
long time ago.
when I said I'm from Nicaragua, like she already knew, and she's like, oh, da da da, and I'm
And you're
like,
like,
what?
most Toledo
Because
people
don't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah, not at all.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
What did I say when I found out you were from Cuba?
I've run into that scenario a lot, huh?
I was excited when I found out you were.
Yeah,
from
100%,
Cuba.
yeah.
Cuban. I was like, whoa.
She was at the fashion show trying to bring it up, like, hey,
Yeah, I was
hey,
like,
hey,
she's
hey. I'm like,
Hey, man, you forgot your
see.
maracas.
Okay, yeah, I know. I'm like,
No, I did. I
see?
put him on the spot. I was like, can you speak some Spanish?
I was like,
I'm
but
sorry.
like, yeah.
Women like
Yeah.
that, you know.
Yep.
okay, what do you have for her? I want to hear you ask her something. Let's go. Let's get it. Come on.
So, and I'm not as knowledgeable in the business side of all this. So, you doing what you're doing in modeling, are there a lot of other people doing that? Is there a lot of competition, I would
You know what's
say,
so funny?
or is
the
it?
only main competition is like the bigger agencies
Okay.
that are local. Like, I'm good friends with the owner of John Casablanca Modeling
Okay.
School, and I love her. And then there's other businesses that, you know, I don't think like me as much, and I won't say any names, but
No.
you know.
We don't want to.
That's business, right? But there's always going to be
No, it's
other
cool.
people in that business that
Yeah.
you know aren't going to look at you the same way as others. Yeah.
You know, there's a new young lady that has her modeling agency, and we work together on the fashion show.
Okay.
You know, so I like when it's, you know, people that respect you and coming up, and
But you're still competing.
you're still competing, yes.
But there's a level of
but
respect.
Like, for example, I seen some models that were in the show that were not mine that I liked, and I said, when they're done with you, can they model with me? And you know, we'll see how that goes. You know, or when I went to another fashion show recently that happened in Toledo, and I liked some of the designers, I went to the director of that show and say, hey, do you mind if I use this designer? A lot of people don't do that.
Gotcha.
It's very
Wait, you gotta ask because if you don't,
I mean, how would you feel if you do a show and you see 5, 6 designers that you met them, you work, you know, you sold them on being in your show, and then somebody just comes in your show and say, hey, all y'all come over here, I'm gonna have the same exact show basically. You see what I'm
It would seem
saying?
kind of like you're poaching everybody and what they work to
and,
do.
And you're allowed to do that.
And you're allowed. There's
no law,
Yeah.
no nothing. But
But it's
like
nice to be courteous and respectful and
it's
say,
a more
hey,
It's like a code of
ethics. Yes, it's
between
like I mean, it's like
it's like the kung fu movies. The
Kid,
classes,
how did he
the
slip
classes
the
are
kung
different
fu in here?
Karate classes
Yeah.
fight each other, but in this one,
well, it's
they
like
get along.
if I had vending events and then I come to your vending event and then grab all the cards and then I ask everybody being my you know, when I could just go to
What would you do?
Yeah.
What would you do?
You could just
Can
If
I
you
also
did
sell
that.
my stuff? They'll be like,
I ain't a
can I be in there too?
Listen. And then what I would do is I'd go to the head of that vending event and say, hey,
Played you.
no, I mean, I would say, hey, can I get your contacts? And if they say no, then maybe I might feel like I have to go behind your back.
Yeah.
But I would ask
Make
first.
it happen either way. Yeah.
But we are living in a very competitive world. I mean, at the end of the day, this is what it's about.
It is.
Right? It's very cutthroat.
No, it's cutthroat. But guess what? Sometimes when you're nice, sometimes, not all the time,
Sometimes.
and you're respectful.
I disagree with both of you guys.
Okay.
I'm just throwing that out there. I think nice and respectful gets you super far.
Well, think
and I
about
use
it.
my kindness, and it takes me very far. And I don't have to be like, so I disagree.
Okay.
That's like old school kung fu
Okay.
movies,
Okay.
cutthroat stuff. Like,
Okay.
nah, man.
Okay, so all right, I
but-
gotta speak on this. Go
Okay,
ahead. Go
yeah,
ahead. Finish up.
but that being said, like you said, sometimes you'll ask things and you'll get the wrong response. So, hey, can I do this? And they may say no, and you're like, well, I was gonna do it anyways. I was just
But
trying to
yeah,
be nice.
yes.
That's not being cut through. That's being assertive and knowing what you need to
respectful
do.
To another
Yeah, you also have to
person
be confident and assertive.
Yes.
Those things that come
well,
with
well,
it.
well,
But
would you rather find out
cutthroat
that,
is another
would
word.
you rather find out I took all your contacts
Mm.
at when you see them at my event?
Yeah.
Or would you
Right.
rather find out because I told you?
Yeah, but
Which
if
one?
you
Which
no, because
You gotta
you,
pick one or the
Aster
other.
told me. Aster told me there's a difference. There's
Because she
definitely a
said, would
difference.
you
But
rather?
would I rather?
find
I'd
out
rather you
because
told me.
Okay.
100% rather
yeah,
that
yeah.
you told me. I'd be like,
So-
okay,
so
cool. They're
that's
gonna be
what-
over there.
So that's what I noticed.
But at least she told me, okay, cool. All right, I
That's
got
what
it.
I noticed a lot about
Mm.
Toledo as a place. People are so cutthroat for no reason. It's like there's enough money here for
everyone.
everybody, and you don't have to go behind my back, or I don't have to go behind your back, or like why? Because we're all gonna see each other at the
Yeah.
Christmas party or at the
Yeah.
bar where
Big
everybody
old
knows
brawl.
your
Yeah.
name, kind of.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, I 100% agree.
So-
I'm not with the cutthroat type mentality.
Even though
Kindness
I agree,
wins.
even though I agree, this is why I'm not a business person because when it comes to money and
Mhm.
businesses and trying to reach the top so that then you can go down to the bottom and help those, but
Uh-huh.
you gotta first get to the top. In order to get to the top,
You
I
have to
feel
be. That's why I used
you
to say.
have to be a little.
Listen, that's why I say, Oprah, did you do anything bad? Did you?
you have to be a little
might
cutthroat.
I
wanna cut
don't
that
agree.
out.
No,
You gotta cut
no,
it.
I ain't cutting nothing out.
listen,
Y'all hearing all of this. No.
Because Oprah will sue your ass.
Look,
I mean, you gotta think about how these people got to that level. You know
I
how
don't
many
think I'm on that radar. I just want you to know that. I like the show, but I don't think it's on that radar.
I always feel like people that get to those levels, I mean, think about how many people they've wronged. Like Dr. Dre, you get a lot of people that are putting diss tracks after diss tracks because he supposedly played them, but in reality,
I mean, you know who's coasting, and we
But
wonder why he's coasting? Diddy.
look at Jay-Z. Look at these people have gotten to the. You think they didn't get? You think they got their being nice?
Well, Jay-Z always says he surrounded himself with smarter people than him. So like, I believe in that 100%. Like, surround yourself with this.
But then at that
No.
point, you have to ask
No.
yourself, what is it that I'm after? Then at the end of the day,
True. You know, in order to be a billionaire in this world,
So what are you guys defining as cutthroat? This is what I need to know because
there's a lot of backstabbing going on, man.
then, but I don't feel
I'm
you have to
throwing
do any of
under
that
the
to get to
bus
the top.
When the bus is coming, I know you're.
That all exists. I don't.
And this is why
I
I'm
don't.
not a business
I don't
person.
think those guys
'Cause I
make
don't
it all
have
the way to
any-
the top.
You know what? I don't think
those guys ever make it all the way to the
I think
top.
I'm a half and halfer.
I
I have this
Like he's
super
getting
cut.
pissed.
I can't throw the table. It's bolted down. But okay. Ah.
So,
I turned half
I can
Hulk.
tilt the chair.
I went
is all I
half
got.
Hulk
yeah.
on him.
Yeah.
half Hulk.
Yeah.
I get it. She was like lightweight green, lightweight.
Yeah,
tan.
right there. Right
I'm
there.
half doctor,
Yeah.
half
Yeah.
monster. Yes, I got it.
So you don't want to go to the extreme because the extreme.
I mean, we gotta
might
see.
get you there.
We
The
gotta
extreme
see.
might
We
get
gotta
you
see
there.
where life takes us at this point
Yeah.
because people that know me close know I'm getting a little fed up with people and how they.
I'm getting scared now.
take
Now I'm
She
getting
ain't
scared. I wasn't
playing.
scared before.
How long
If
you
you-
been in the business? How long you been doing this for?
Funny thing, if you talk about the fun part mixed with the business part,
yes,
10 years.
Yes, 10 years.
Okay.
Okay.
So, but now that I'm researching and studying the wealthy and the successful and how they're like getting there at 40, 45, and I'm like 36. I'm
Okay,
like,
so you're good. You got 10 more years.
I hope so.
Okay, so you have a timeline.
God's willing.
Yeah.
Willing.
For
So
sure,
you have
for
a
sure.
timeline. By this time, I'm gonna be at this
If
level.
not,
That's
I'm
what
gonna be a very pampered housewife.
It's a win-win for you.
She
It's a
never
win-win.
loses.
She's like,
Undefeated.
Either way, undefeated. Yeah. Got a
World
plan
champ.
A, plan B, and both of them good. Like,
No
yeah.
matter what I do,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be all right.
I'll be all right. No.
No, this is good though. Like I said, you're a mentor to all these people that you've dealt with, and I like that you're involved in that, man. This is dope because I remember when I first met you, and she did try to recruit me, but I'm like, I don't see
I
myself.
was like, oh, he's modelly. And then
I'm like,
and then he went through like an involvement too, because then he was like, I'm modelly, then I'm kind of like daddy, and then I'm like back to modelly, because the kids are grown. And
so
It's beautiful
So,
weather, by the
yeah,
way, guys.
man,
This
it's
is
nice
so
out.
nice.
Hey, I'm glad you picked this place though. For real, it's nice.
It's a good spot.
So look,
Good way to divert. I love it. And I'm like, yes, absolutely.
10 years in this business, how does relationship help or affect in good or bad ways in what you're doing?
We're talking about
Personal relationships.
I don't know, because I've been through a couple.
Right.
And I'm
Without saying names or being
No, no, no,
specific,
no,
but
no,
just
I'm-
Are we talking about friendships or like beyond friendship
Oh,
relationships
yeah,
or all of it?
everything.
Yeah.
Everything, okay.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
my friends are my friends.
Okay.
They don't go
Uh-huh.
anywhere.
They don't
my,
go
my
anywhere.
relationships have
What?
been up
They're
and
trapped
down.
in a dungeon. My friend.
Okay.
I'm
you're-
happily in a marriage now.
Okay.
And
That's good.
and he's supportive in the way that he is supportive. You might not see him on the runway, even though I try to throw him on there. But he definitely got my back. So
That's awesome.
And that's all that matters.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is all
You need that.
matters.
That's
'Cause
crucial
you
in
can't
doing
have
what you're
an
doing.
insecure person
Oh,
riding when
oh.
you're trying to
Or
do
somebody
all
who's not
these things.
supportive, or somebody who's like,
my
why are
man
you
is
doing
definitely
that?
not
Yeah.
insecure. Like
Yeah.
I'd be probably more insecure than him.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Because
Yeah.
he's very good looking, and
Yeah.
even if I'm good looking, he's
Yeah.
also very good looking. So
No, this is good. This
no.
is why I wanted to do this. And I told you, let's get Monique.
Yeah.
This is
100%.
and
100%.
I love the respect that both of you guys have for me. It makes me feel special. So thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, it's awesome. What
This
you're doing is
good stuff,
awesome.
Yeah.
How do you plan on moving forward? Do you plan on expanding? Are you growing where
Well-
you're at?
well, you know what's
Are
crazy?
you doubling down? What do you? what's-
Let's keep it real.
yeah.
When you're an entrepreneur, sometimes you got to have that second income. So
Uh-huh.
Let's keep it real.
definitely
Mhm.
have a 9-to-5
Okay.
situation.
Mhm.
And I'm very proud of that. I'm a marketing specialist at
Okay.
a law firm, and I'm very proud of myself
nice title.
because
Marketing specialist.
worked that, my entrepreneurialness
Put you there.
put me there.
Got
I
you
feel
there.
like you're trying to defend it, and I don't feel like you need to defend
I'm
that
just
like
saying,
at
I'm
all.
just saying,
Like
I-
in
No,
like
no,
not
no,
even
no,
a
no.
little
Like
bit
the
because
next
I love
move-
that
the
you got to
next
do your not
move-
you
the
got to make
next
moves to
move
make moves.
could
I
be
feel- yeah.
I could be high corporate in a second. I
No,
can
no,
go.
no. What I got from her saying that is that
Gotcha.
her path is leading her to where she needs to go, and thanks to the moves she's made, she's here. with
Gotcha.
us.
Because I'm
Love it.
getting into social service now and everything,
Nice.
and
Okay.
I recently got put in a situation where I am I don't know what the exact title is, so I don't want to mess this up, but something with the Human Relations Commission and social justice.
Okay. All right.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
does that mean, though? What-
It's a committee that the city put together to help
City
the
of
city.
Toledo?
Yes.
Okay.
So I just don't know the title,
if
so
there's
I don't want to
ever-
get it
That's okay.
wrong.
No,
if
no,
there's
that's
ever
okay.
a march or a demonstration
Or
or anything,
no,
or what?
events the city puts together and things
Okay.
that the city does to make the Toledo a better place.
Got
Love it.
got
I am now on a.
Love
You're-
it.
you're
All
part
right.
of that.
I need
Yeah.
more
I like
information
it.
on that
Yeah,
later,
I
by
like
the
it.
way.
Yeah.
That's
Off
pretty
the
cool.
podcast, I need
Yes,
more information
yes,
on that
yes.
for
That's
sure.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I am so happy to have her here. Man, the weather's beautiful.
It's a good
The
day.
weather is good, and we have good fans. What would you like to say to up and coming models? There's a lot of people that want to model. They don't know what to do. Who do they go to? What happens? What do they do?
am very selective with the people I work with because time is precious, and
100%.
so I'm not just like taking everybody. I'm actually auditioning for new talent to work with. I do charge because I'm established a little bit now. So if you want to reach me, you can go to www.qmitagency.com. That's www.qmitagency.com. And then if you want to call me directly, I have a number to reach me It is 347-692-8481. That's 347-692-8481. Have your coins together, because I do not have time to waste. I'm getting old. And I'm about to be a grandmother, and my daughter's 17, so you never know. I might be a grandmother. No, I'm just playing.
Calm down,
But,
girl.
like,
Calm down. Hold on. Time out.
No. But
Spoiler
anyway,
alert.
no. She's not pregnant.
Okay.
She doesn't want kids. Okay.
Okay.
She's
Okay.
yeah. So, but if you need to reach me, that's how you reach me. And I also have an Instagram. My personal Instagram is positive promo, but it's spelled P as in Paul, O as in open, Z as in zebra, A as in apple, T as in Tom, I as in ice, B as in Victor, and promo. So positive promo. And that's where all my cool adventures and stuff is at. And then we also have a Cumin agency Instagram as well. So
You've also met a lot of famous people, huh?
oh my God, I met so many famous
What
people.
is the funniest famous person
funniest?
or the funniest moment that you've had with a famous person that you met, a celebrity?
Funniest.
Or most memorable. Let's go with the most
I
memorable.
wanted to
I wanted to laugh.
memorable.
I don't know.
The most memorable.
Funny.
We talked about.
Okay,
man.
this is funny.
Let's hear it.
Chris Tucker came to
It
Toledo
has to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
at the Funny Bone,
Mm-hmm.
and I expected him to be the most friendly, happy-go-lucky comedian,
Right.
and he was acting like he was Michael Jackson. Like literally, you know how he pretends to be Michael in his comedian?
Mhm.
Yeah, he was friends with Michael when he was alive
Right.
too.
That was his
But
homeboy, yeah.
literally had 2 security with him, Men in Black style, covered his face when he was walking out the thing, and I said, I cannot believe. He acted like, because Kevin Hart
Yeah.
came and shook hands with this long ass line
Yeah.
of people.
Wait a minute. He wasn't trying to be funny when he was doing that. He
No.
was legit. Didn't want to be
And
seen.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like,
Ha
bro.
funny or he funny?
All of it funny. All of the
Wait a
funny.
Or
minute. Why did
he-
you
fuck,
think
I
it
caught
was
that
funny?
reference,
Did you,
guys.
Did you
I-
think
I-
he meant to do that? To
How
be
how
funny?
much do we love Chris
Yeah.
Tucker for Rush Hour? Like, how much do we love him? And so to see him in that mode, like, I'm like, something either happened to him or he's
Yeah.
really feeling himself.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was so confused.
Maybe he was trying to be funny by doing that.
I don't think so, because
Mm.
he didn't stop for no fans.
Wow.
And you don't
Mm.
have to,
You don't have to.
but
But
all
the
of
way
that.
it's set
Most
up,
of the comedians I've seen always stop and talk
security
to.
guards, though.
Yeah, stop. I know that's rough. He's
For
super
Toledo?
important. Okay.
That's too
Toledo
much.
is pretty rough though, man. It gets
That was
crazy.
like
Kinda
years. That
good.
was like mad years ago.
He wasn't
Yeah.
even famous then, right? Because
No,
Chris Tucker hasn't been
It-
famous.
it went
in a long
down.
time.
It went down.
It went down.
Mhm.
You
It
know
went
that.
down.
It happens.
It went down. But I have a lot of like backstage stories and all that kind of craziness, but we'll save that. For
Yeah.
another
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Okay, we
Not
will.
not the bad backstage stories, but like
I want to hear.
Oh,
that.
I was gonna say I wanted
Yeah.
to do those.
right, not like we were doing something we were.
No,
supposed to be
it
doing.
doesn't matter. I
But
don't
you
judge
know-
anybody. I'm not
No,
judging.
no, it's not that. It's just what the celebrities do behind closed doors, you know.
Mhm.
Well,
I don't know
they do it.
because I'm not on. But yeah,
But
for
yeah,
sure.
no,
Yeah.
like if you want to keep in
And this
contact or
comes with
follow my
this
adventures.
comes with the career path, right?
Yeah,
It's-
100%.
I was
so if you're
plugging
gonna be a
myself
model, you're
just
gonna-
now.
you're
I
gonna
was
meet a
just
lot of
you
celebrities.
just cut me when I was plugging
Yeah, I
myself.
know. I know.
Wait.
I'm gonna link all your stuff.
Okay.
I've been dying laughing because you've been like every letter, and I'm like, I'm just gonna link it below. So like,
Marketing.
you just
I
click.
just want to make sure
Marketing.
that you can read.
Yeah, no, 100%.
What the words that are
Yeah.
coming out of
My
my
mouth.
mouth?
Get outta
Like that.
Good one.
I like
Love
it.
it.
I like it.
Love
I
it.
like it. Any final thoughts? What are your thoughts, man?
No, I love what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. I hope that this brings some attention to what you're doing and bring
Yeah.
some people your way.
Yeah.
I don't think Toledo's very much known in any
Yeah.
kind of a modeling
Well, I want to shout
place.
out a former
So,
guest that
okay.
you had, Rihanna Yvette. That's
For
my
sure, for
homegirl.
sure.
She's host like the last 3 of my fashion shows.
Yeah.
I love her, and she's doing her thing in the fashion world. Always invited to Fashion Week. Always at the Met. Well, just got invited to Met Gala last year, I believe.
Nice.
And so, think about it.
Yeah.
If she blow up, y'all had her here
Yeah.
first.
Yep. Oh, nice. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yep.
Touche.
Nice.
Yep.
Very nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
Love Rihanna. She super
Yeah,
cool. Shout out
yeah,
to her.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming and joining
Thank
us,
you.
and I enjoyed it, man. This was
Yeah.
fun, man. For
Yeah.
real. For
And
real.
the breeze is
100%.
just so perfect.
I love it.
Yeah.
I should get a hoodie on.
There you go. All right, guys.